What's up, everybody? This is Triple M, Music, Money, and Management. I'm PJ Roche. Today I'm talking with Versatile G. How are you doing, my man?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm amazing. Thank you. So, let's jump right into it. Can you talk to me about what you do?
Yeah, so I'm a talent manager at A&R. I work with a lot of social media influencers, a lot of artists, YouTubers, TikTok influencers, pretty much the whole nine. Deal with artist development and, just helping people get to the next step in their career.
Yeah, and you've been doing that for 10 years, I saw?
Yeah. I've been in the industry like 10 plus years. I started off as like a child like dancer and an actor. I used to, be real heavy when I was a kid, like in, just dancing and, in the music culture. And like when I was 9 years old, I performed on stage with Omarion, and pretty much at that age, I realized, like you can kind of get in contact with anybody. You can make connections, you can, know people. It's just all about, how you reach out to someone and like what you say,
Yeah.
So, like since then, I've been to the Grammys, I've been to, red carpet events, award shows, everything, you name it. I have a lot of close relationships with a lot of celebrities and influencers, and I know them like on a personal level. So I used to be an artist myself, but I got away from all that to actually start helping other artists, because it's so easy to just connect people, and I don't know, after a while it just turned me into who I am today.
Yeah. And so, would that be your main talent, just connecting people?
I don't know. I call myself like versatile because I kind of do a little bit of everything.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I have to be just locked in and focused on one specific thing, but I'm kind of the guy people just, they can call me and ask a question. If I don't know the answer, I can make a call and get them the answer, So, being connected has definitely helped me get to where I am today, but, I have a lot more to accomplish. It's a lot more.
So what are your plans for the future?
My plans for the future, I'm working with a couple artists now. I'm working with an artist by the name of Witness. I started working with him like early January. He's like verified now, and he has a song with like 800K on SoundCloud. We're doing some stuff with him, working on his next project. What else? Yeah, just moved to LA, so I'm out here now. Just tapping into everything, just connecting with more people.
Yeah.
I don't really know what's in store. I'm just kind of taking every day a step at a time.
Uh-huh. So, I mean, that must feel good, right? Making a career for someone.
Yeah, because a lot of times, artists, you got to pay for so many things. You got to pay for the studio time, the producers, the engineering, the videos, the everything, and if you know somebody and, they fuck with you on a personal level, it's a lot easier, to get someone to do something for cheaper or, not treat you as like a regular customer, treat you like that. So, it's cool to, be able to make a call and, get someone a price for cheaper or, whatever, like help them out, take their sound to the next level. And I feel like that's what I've done with my artist Witness. I took his sound and, we've been cleaning it up, taking it to the next level. And, now we're just waiting. He has a new video dropping, like next week, hopefully. So, there's a lot of stuff that's going on behind the scenes, that we're working on right now. Yeah. A lot of producers that I'm close with. I'm close with a lot of producers. I'm trying to tap everybody in, and just show people that, there's talent out here. That's one thing I think I've been good at. It's like keeping my ear to the streets and just finding talent, whether it's an artist or a producer or, whatever.
Yeah, well, what you do, it sounds insanely fun, and I'm sure a lot of people would agree with me on that, where your job is like the dream job of so many people, or at least everybody that wants to be in the music industry. I know a lot of people, they find what you do to be just extremely cool. So,
like, some people contact me and they don't even know, like, who I am.
yeah.
But they'll, see my profile or whatever.
Yeah.
And you can instantly help me. And I'm like, bro, did you do your research on me? They're like, I don't have to. And I'm like, well, bro, you got to do your research, bro. That's how I got to where I am.
Yeah. Yeah. But what I mean is, for those people listening that want to do what you do, what tips do you have for them? How should they go about trying to be like you, if they want to be like you?
So, like, the first thing that I would say is, don't be like me, be better than me.
Okay.
Like, over the years, I just started reaching out to a lot of people, and, I started to realize, that the worst possible answer I could get was a no, or someone not responding to me. So I used to listen to, like, a lot of Gary Vee. I used to watch his video. And Gary Vee is someone that really, motivated me and would just, put it in my head that it's very possible. I already had a couple friends who, literally changed their lives in a couple months, and I've seen it. So I was like, yeah, like, this shit is possible. It's just, all about, how you reach out to people, what you say, how you say it, and, the actions that get you there, So, like, some days I would wake up early in the morning and tell myself, okay, I need to find this specifically, and I'll search for it all day until I find it, Like, other people don't want to look that long, or they think, okay, if they can't find it on the first try or the second try, they immediately give up. But, persistence is what is really going to keep you in this, and consistency. It's not some cliche thing. It's something that's very real, like, I don't know, think about LeBron James, how many hours, he's played, or Michael Jordan or whatever, like Kobe Bryant, you have to keep playing so that you understand the game more and more and more, You win some, you lose some, but then, you start to win, and then you like the feeling of winning.
Yeah. I've actually heard something, I think I heard this from Ty Lopez, where he said, if you keep trying things, and even if you lose at some of them, when you win, your brain builds up, like, connectors, and then you have more dopamine, which leads you to trying more things and winning more. Yeah. And I also like what you said about thinking about something to work on as soon as you wake up, because something different and unique that I like about the music industry is it's not a job, it's a lifestyle. People who work in the music industry, especially, in my opinion, managers and connectors, not just people who work at companies, but people who are kind of independent, like you and I, it's from when they wake up to when they go to sleep, and then they might even be woken up by a call while they're sleeping.
I wish I could just turn off my phone for like a week,
Yes.
But then I'll miss so much information. And when I turn it back on, it'll, be like I'm in a whole different world or something, So it's like you constantly have to be tapped in, whether you're a producer, an artist, a manager, whatever, a cameraman. Like, you should always be trying to, learn something new every day that makes you better at what you do, Like, not too long ago, I don't know, a couple years ago, I told myself, I only want to be surrounded around people who are in the music industry, or at least are trying to be great, or, better at what they do, So whether it was like, an engineer, a producer, I have a videographer that's on my team, just like, I want to build with people that have the same mindset. If you still hang around the people who always talk about the things that they want to do and they haven't started trying them, bro, like, you can't do that, Like you said, the whole dopamine thing, like, your situation it will become reality, If people are always talking about what they want to do and they're not trying to do it, Like, I tell people all the time, you are who you hang around, So that mentality, it really push you to do whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like, I see, you have the podcast. Like, that shit's amazing. Like, I want to do a podcast, like just to, give more game out there, like, because people ask a lot of questions, but not all the times do they take to really, look for the answers,
Well, my podcast was definitely one of those things where, especially because I'm not as busy now with, not being able to leave the house for a long time, I was like, I need to do this, and I didn't hesitate. When I had the time to do it, I did it, because I realized, oh yeah, I need to make content, and Gary Vee says the podcast, so I got a podcast. There's nothing holding me back right now. I have a microphone, even though it's one of the worst microphones you could ever find.
No,
I did
you gotta start somewhere. You're doing the thing, bro. You're doing the damn thing. Like, you gotta start from somewhere. You can't be afraid to fail, because you have to fail to one day succeed. Like I say it all the time. So say if, you started podcasting and in the first couple weeks you're like, man, like, I hate this. Like, it's terrible. I don't know what I'm doing. Da-da-da-da. Like, you should keep in the back of your head, the more you do it, the better you're gonna get at it,
Yeah.
Like, it was easy, to connect with me, next thing you know, we're on the phone, we're talking, I'm on your podcast, so, I honestly think that, like, anything is possible, you just really gotta work for it, you gotta put your back against the wall, and, the obstacles will come, you're gonna hurdle some, and some you may not hurdle, but you're gonna learn to hurdle those obstacles,
Yeah.
Like, it's something real, bro. Like, you really gotta believe in this shit. Like, because say if, you make a goal for yourself and you say, I want to reach, 100,000 listeners or whatever, once that happens, it's like, what next? Like, and I've seen it too many times, you'll reach whatever goal that you had months ago, years ago, and, the motivation won't be there. Like, you have to stay motivated. You know what I mean? So, like, there's a lot of people, coronavirus, people really aren't doing much, just staying in the house or playing video games or doing whatever, but they're not realizing that this is the best time to tap into everything.
Yes. Yes, and I kind of like it. I like to see people not doing anything, because those are the same people that have been saying, oh yeah, I'd totally do something if I have the time. Well, you have the time now. I mean, you don't have any excuses now. So, you were lying before, or you're executing right now, which is also, I mean, that's even more amazing to see. People doing what they said they were going to do, because they weren't lying. They were pretty busy, and now they're not.
And man, the people who are really making moves, they're not really talking about it, bro. Like, you always, people see it later, and then they go, oh, I knew this was coming, or, something like that. So, it's something real, man. You gotta really want this.
Yeah. Well, let me go back to what you said about your team and surrounding yourself with music industry people.
Yeah.
Was there a time when it was hard because you had to cut off a bunch of people that were just not on your same path?
Yeah, I mean, but at the same time, like, it really wasn't, because, I'm kind of an introvert. If I don't really, know someone, or, can't really relate to anything that they do, I won't really, throw myself out there with them, you know what I mean? They won't really know the real me, but, if they're motivated just like how I am, they're in the music industry, entertainment industry, whatever, we can talk about something, and I know that I can grow from whatever conversation we have, So it's like, a lot of the time, it's just been me, reaching out to people, just contacting them, or, whatever recent achievement I did, sparked a conversation, telling someone about that, like, whatever. But I don't know. Like, I don't think it was really hard, because I knew I wanted to do this. Like, as a kid, I would always tell myself, I was gonna be in this industry somehow, but I didn't know what role I was gonna play.
So you've always been a fan of the music industry, and you've loved it since you were a kid.
I was a huge Michael Jackson fan growing up. Like, I loved, like, Michael Jackson, bro. Like, he's the greatest performer of all time.
Yeah.
It's crazy stuff like that. Like, You know, you can't go anywhere and there's a flock of people chasing you and shit. Shit's crazy, bro.